Testing, testing, 1, 2. There we go. All right. So, what are we looking at? Oh, I was looking at the NQ, and NQ has made some clear markings on a trend. I did play the trend yesterday. We can go to max size. I really don't need this max size. Okay. But anyway, you can see on this 15-minute chart the areas that were kind of solidified yesterday. So we got 1, we had 2, and I saw it break down this level. So I break down this level for a liquidity grab, and I was getting in on the top side of this 19,304, and I actually had it marked here. I got in before this 19,325. I got in right as it was cracking back towards this trend line, and it kept going, just kept going. Now, the stock that I traded to do this was DWTX. So I was looking for it to reclaim the trend and get on up there, right? And this morning, so we can see that there was another test on this trend right here. Okay, another test, little breakdown and pumping back through. The other thing that I'm noticing is it is above the ATR highs now. And so now it's becoming more and more bullish. We're getting more and more of a clear uptrend, right? Now, the thing is not to get trapped up and understand that the market can do whatever it wants to. If it wants to dive, if some more news comes out or something, it could dive. But for right now, the confirmation points that we have are looking quite bullish. So the stock that I was telling you that I traded, the stock that I was telling you that I traded was DWTX here. And so this is what I had marked out. And this is how I got someone. I'll explain how I got these lines on the chart, right? Okay, so first of all, we wanted to know the ATR for this day. And the first calculation that I do in the morning is to see, okay, well, let's take the pre-market out of the equation. No pre-market. If we had no pre-market, what would the ATR be? And that's this blue mark here, ATR high with no pre-market. It ended up being around 1010. Okay, so basically I take the close of the previous day, which was 849, and then I go and grab the ATR of the previous day. So on that day, it'll be, let me see, bring y'all over here. So I got my ATR over here on my daily chart. And let's see, what day was that? Not this day, it was this day. So the ATR was 161, okay, for that day. So back over here, I took this close. I said, where's my calculator? Drag that over here. Okay, so I said close is 849 plus 1. It was 161. Yeah, 161. 161. And that comes out to be 210. Okay, so that is the ATR high without any pre-market. Okay, now then I plotted that over here, and look where it came up to. Came up, and it started to pull back, and guess where it stopped? ATR high, 1010 right there. And this, I waited for confirmation that there was some bullish action here, waited for this green candle to close, and then I got in on this candle. My average price was, I think, like 10, it was like 1030-ish. So I got in a little bit, and then I added as this confirmed towards the top of this candle, and as the NQ confirmed for me. So these little red lines down here, they go with my script that I have that shows me how much a stock would need to fall for me to lose my risk amount. My risk amount on the trade was 25 bucks, right? So at that time, you know, if it would have dropped down to 938, I would have lost 25 bucks. I could have stopped out there. but I kept adding and all of that good stuff. And so I got up to 109 shares, I think. And it just grinded up here, and I took the majority up here at the target. So speaking of targets, how did I do the targets? So the first thing that I look for is the first candle to end a uptrend. So this one came up really strong into the morning and came up to this $12 flat level and hit here. Had a huge top and tail, and then this was the first body block candle that I saw on the day. It got going down, okay? And I saw it here and I was like, you know what? I really don't like that this candle is this long. And so I didn't enter here on this 1042. It came back up and it went up and I was like, man, maybe I missed the trade. And then it got snatched down here 11:30 going in towards 30 minutes before lunchtime. Okay, and I just marked this as a secondary body block. And so this is my target that I was looking to get to. So it pulled down to 1010 here. And as soon as it touched this ATR, I was like, okay, this is what I've been looking for. It popped up. Now again, I did not like this look here of this long extended candle right here. And it did look like this again. And so I was like, okay, let me just wait and make sure it's not going to continue to dump. And so I waited on this 15-minute candle to close. It closed and I jumped in right there for my starter down here somewhere. Okay, let me erase that. All right, and it got going up, and I did take 75% off towards the 1079. So had a pretty good. Now after I finished adding the full position, so I started adding here. By the time it got up here, my average position was about 1040 because I started adding at 1030s. It kept kind of dipping in here 1030s, and then I got some in the 1040 area. And so that's why my average came out to 1040. And so it was about a 40-cent win at that point at the 1080. So I took 75% off and let the rest ride. And I took some above this towards the $11. It dipped back down and I had only a little bit of shares left here. So I held it. And then it went back up to 1124. I took some off. I think at this point I had 8 shares left. After I took that, I started with 109, ended with 8 shares there. And then it dropped, and then it ended up stopping me out on this candle right here with the remaining 8 shares. But it wasn't bad because it was still a green trade. My average price at that point was like 1040, yeah. And so I was easing it up, and I had made this 1079 into my stop out. So that's why I got stopped, and it just did its thing. But I was okay. I had already had the winning trade, and so I just got on down. So now it's doing its thing. Let's go back over to the NQ. Right now I have nothing on my scans. And one thing that I've been doing is stop digging for the trades. Let the scanner work. Once you get it set up to the way you like it. And well, let's just jump over to the journal first. So jump over to here. And yeah, let's jump to the journal. So right now on this month, I have 75, I keep saying 75, 77% accuracy. I have profit loss ratio of 3.27 to 1. Biggest loser is 19 bucks. Okay. So I just been taking my time. And like I said, this is my first month trading pre-market. So just trying to see how pre-market works. Some days there's something popping in pre-market. Some days there's not. So I only had one trade, and this was the only trade that I took below ATR high that I lost that 20 bucks on. Everything else I just been moving along, chugging along, you know, slowly inching up, right? So slowly just taking profit. But yeah, I just stopped everything under the ATR high. It's like, man, whatever. I just like leaving it on the table. And you can see I've added my notes. So I got my notes to what exactly was the trade or what was the mistake that I made. This is TraderSync. Of course, this is the journal that I use. I do have a promo code or whatever for it. It's usually in the Discord or it'll be dropped into the chat or something like that. But let's go and look at the news on today. And so since it's such a dry pre-market, I'm thinking that majority of the things are going to happen during the intraday. And what I'm seeing is some bullish action. So Danielle, he traded Tesla yesterday. I'm thinking his Tesla is doing very well right now. We saw this bullish behavior on this trend, came down, and then confirmed and had this big move up. And I love that move. I was just like, okay, let's go. It didn't move as big as I wanted it to on DWTX, but it was a profitable trade based on the support from the NQ. So this is kind of where I start the day. Hey, what is the overall market doing? Can I figure out some type of direction first on the day? I really don't. I mean, I don't look too far back. Like this is a 3-day, 15-minute. And so I'm not looking like way back for a day trade. I'm looking like what's going on today. Does the market have a direction that it wants to go, or is it consolidating? And so right now it looks pretty bullish with these confirmations. Um, let's jump over. Where was I? Going to the news. So on the FOMC, today is the 12th. 12th. We don't have anything crazy coming out. No speakers, anything on Wednesday. Let's go to, where else can I go? Yahoo. I refreshed this because I had it open for a while. Okay. So let's see. Wall Street braces for inflation report at critical moment for markets. Shaky US stocks will be swayed by inflation print in all cases. Alibaba releases AI model that reads emotions to rival Chat GPT. Emotions. What is an emotion? Emotion. Let's see what we got. Removal of a specified object from a place or position. I guess it's talking about like how it's remembering that thing or something. I don't know. Emotion. Interesting. Get signed in over here. Okay. That's I don't know. Anyway, back over to Yahoo. We're still seeing things about tariffs still kind of heavy. The market has been dropping. I've been loving it. Just collecting. Let's go look at Bitcoin. Where it is there it is. Trading View. Well, let's see what Bitcoin's doing. Just been picking them up, baby. All right, Bitcoin out here 82,000. Okay, still kind of floating in the same area. That's all good. Man, I want that thing to drop. All right, turn to actively manage ETFs amid enormous amount of something. Oh, that's a video. I don't want a video to play. Okay. Anyway, so like I said, there's nothing on my scanners. Kind of just looking around at the news until my scanners find something, and then we'll see, if anything's available to be played. But it's almost 6:30. So just waiting. Go to Intel stock. Intel stock jumps. No. Well, no. Let me go look at Intel. Oh my gosh, I need Intel to fall, man. I loved it yesterday. It was going to 19 bucks. Look at this. Intel back up, man. Well, I have my targets and I've been waiting. And one thing that I realized is when you long-term invest and you've waited for something to come to a level for so long, you don't care once it gets there. You just buy. You're like, bro, I've been waiting so long for this thing to get to 15. I'm just buying. If it drops, I'm buying more. I don't care. But anyway, back over to NQ buddy. So just like we have these points on the bottom side, confirming a little bit of an uptrend, we do have some points on the top side that are that we're gonna need to break through. So some test points up here above these ATRs pretty much that we're going to need to kind of break through. Okay. Right now we're definitely heading into that direction. So with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times it's been upward, and 1, 2, 3, 4 times it's been creating higher lows. Anyway, hopefully you guys are having a good week. I'm just trying to, take patience to the next level and just take the trades that match up with my criteria and stay out of the way for the most part. That's it. Finding a lot of market support, supporting my trades. And taking the opportunity. Let me go over here real quick. Not really seeing much in the whole not really seeing much at all of anything. So basically my minimum for looking for something to become a tradable stock, it's got to get to that at least 1 million shares traded. Give me some liquidity first. Under 1 million is kind of like either it's really wicky, or it's almost like the little blocks are like gaps to different price ranges because there's no liquidity. It's just kind of like looking for almost just the algorithm by itself, looking for some type of liquidity. So I kind of like to be able to get in and out. I'm not trading with huge size, so just being able to set a stop and it gets filled, set whatever I'm looking for and it gets filled is what I need. I need people. Once I'm into it, I need people to buy from me. Need people to be bunched up, ready to buy. Hey, this thing's going higher. Hey, this thing's going higher. That's all I need them to be doing. But yeah, 632 headed towards the old 7 o'clock bell. Let me check on Tesla, what Donnell was into. Okay, so yesterday this thing was at So this is what I was talking about. I was looking for it to confirm. So after the first hour and 30 minutes of the day, I'm looking for it to confirm the ATR high. It came up here once, failed under ATR high. Okay. And if we look on the close of this day, let's go and do the calculation of where the ATR was without let's do the ATR. Let's see. Tesla. So not that day, this day. This day, the ATR was 2091. 2091. So we come over here. So close was 2206. 2206 plus 2091 equals 242. So that's still a high ATR from yesterday's close. Right there. 242. So that will be up here somewhere. 242 90s. Whoops. 242 90s. So that would be ATR high without, well, I just put no pre-market at 297. So it's actually making its way up to the ATR high from a previous day, and then it closed here. So let's see what this one is. Closed at 230.50. And let's go grab that ATR. So this was the 2091. This one is 2085. So we take the close of 230.50 plus 2085 equals, so 251.35. 251.35. So it can play within these ranges here. So this is this new ATR 251.35. ATR no pre-market. 251.35. Okay. It's got the previous day. Actually, let me mark the date so it doesn't confuse anybody. This is ATR no pre-market from, what's the date on there? 310. 310. Okay, so 310, and then this one is from 311. 25. ATR no pre-market. Okay, so this was 310s, this was 311s. So I'm thinking we'll see what happens on the open. Can it get within this range? If it does, I think Donnell, it said he entered at the 34 maybe. So he's up $5. And then if it goes up to the 42-ish, if the market continues to help it out, that's going to be very good on the open for him to either hold it or whatever he wants to do depending on what the market says. Very interesting. But yeah, I'm bullish today. bullish. Wednesday. And you know, crazy thing is Wednesday has been one of the worst days that I have trading. One, because I always dig for trades on Wednesdays. And I've seen that there are opportunities on Wednesdays. I just have traded everything before that opportunity comes to pass. I'm in there, I'm like, man, I gotta get this, let's do this, rush it. I'm like, look, let's just wait, take a deep breath, and you know, calm down. Calm down. Anyway, I'm about to I'll hear it if anything comes through. Let me turn my notifications up so I can get a ding. I'm about to go and get some things done around the house, around his house. And I will be back if I hear a ding or anything. My alert system around here. Not hearing anything yet. All right, give me a second. Guess I'll flip it back over to the NQ now that we've done all that. Where's the wait? There we go. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go on mute and I'm gonna go and do some things while nothing's happening. Hello. Yeah, I don't have anything on my scan, so I was doing some chores around the house. Just I don't see anything, so I got my alert system on, so I'll hear if anything comes onto my scans. But yeah, I just was doing that. My alerts go all the way out to 8:30, so until the open. And after that, I really don't need them anymore because I'm pretty much up for the day. They still come to the phone, but it's not the same alert system. I needed to be loud and proud, baby. Loud and proud. Let's see, confirm start time. Hmm. But if it happens, I don't want it to blow your eardrums out because it's loud. So I'm gonna hear it. Hmm. All right. But yeah, um, basically the main thing that we were talking about was that the market is proved that there is some type of uptrend starting, but I don't like to look too far back. I like to see what's going on in this actual day. So from yesterday at 5 o'clock when it started back trading to now, we can see it is above the ATR high. It is still above this trend that we saw yesterday and looking quite bullish. And so it's just doing some touch points. I may remove these upper ones. They really, until something really forms, there's no way to. Well, actually, these are forms, so I leave those back there. But if it wants to break out of these levels, back up to the 19700s, that'll be great, especially for Donnell since he's holding Tesla, swinging Tesla. But he's already in a winning position. He's up $4 from where he got in because it's at 13. It is at. Let me see where it's at now. TSLA. Yeah, so he got in at the 34. So 34 and now it is up to 39. So about $5. And the where I'm thinking it can go is the ATR highs from the day before the 10th and then the ATR high and why I should put ATR high in here, not just ATR high there. So there we go. And so I put the dates on there as well so you can see where those ATRs come from. This one's from 310, this was from 311. This is the range that I think you can get up to around that 250 mark. And then from there, you just got to see where the market wants to go. Does it want to explode back up or what is the sentiment of the market? Anyway, I'm about to go back on mute and do some more chores. Okay, RexCon, you can't hear me on Twitch, but you can hear me on YouTube. Let me go check that out. Why is that? It's almost like when I go back and watch these on Twitch, I can hear it. Let me go to Twitch real quick. Let me go to Twitch real quick and check this out. Twitch, where you at? Twitch. Why it does that? Testing, testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, testing, testing, 1, 2. I can hear myself. I'm on Twitch. Let me go over to YouTube. Oh, okay, got you, got you. All right. So basically, all that I went over was the trades from yesterday. And I looked at a trade from Donnell, that he took on Tesla, and it's looking pretty good. Let me go back through some of that. So basically, here's my journal. So this month, I'm looking at about 77% win rate, 3.27 to 1 profit loss. My biggest loser has been 19 bucks. And I just have been, taking those trades. MSTR was the only trade I've taken under ATR before it confirmed that ATR move. And so that one is the one that I lost money on. I'm just, when it gets above ATR, I do a lot better. WHLR, how did I trade this one? Look at this one. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Exit that. I want to go into the actual trade. So this is on the 4th. My average buying price was 330. I didn't have that many shares. Okay. Oh wow. Yeah, I got cooked. I must have stopped out break even. Let me see, where's my sale? I was up though. Looks like I just didn't sell it. So I was up and I didn't get to my risk. I wanted to at least get 2 to 1, and it came down. So I stopped out. Okay, so that's what happened. So it went up a little bit and went up some more, and I didn't take that profit because I thought it can go higher, and it slammed down on me on WHLR. And I ended up losing 97 cents. And this was one of the ones I got that slippage on. I remember that because I set my stop in the green, and I was like, well, at least I'll, take some green home, and it slipped. I was like, you know what? Whatever. 97 cents, I give that up. So not that bad on the losers. And just taking the little profits. So here's the calendar for this month. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday was that mistake. Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and we'll see about today if anything comes up. But just easing up there. I want to get some more pre-market trades. When I look at pre-market, I'm looking for that specific setup as well. I just haven't seen it. So just kind of been sitting on my hands on that part. It's like, man, I want to practice pre-market, but it's got to be something in pre-market to trade. Wall Street braces for inflation. Oh yeah, we already looked at all this. Let's go over here to stock market, earnings, tech. see what's going on in tech. Exclusive Ukraine bets on U.S. LNG as gas import needs rise. Morning bid, forget threats. The tariff war is underway. Uber terminates deal to buy Delivery Hero's Taiwan business. Okay, so even Musk fans dash for the sidelines with Tesla. Oh, let me show y'all this. So over here, let me go to my dividend one. So I'll save this. Let's go to the dividend research real quick. So there is a yield max stock that is Tesla. I've been following this one for quite a while, and it's been diving with Tesla. So here's Tesla, and it was up at 488, and it has now come all the way back down to 230s. And so definitely whoever bought up here for this break of 415, hopefully they had a stop loss, because wow, that was quite a bit of a fall, $200 fall. But Tesla. So let's go over here to NASDAQ, and Tesla is one of the ones that in the future I want to add back to my portfolio. I had it for a while. I held it for like probably a year maybe, and then I sold out of it. I sold out of it during that time where we had a bunch of snowstorms, and it was like car batteries were freezing or something like that, and I sold out of it at that point. But for the year that I did hold it, man, those dividends were hitting. So let's go to yield max. Let's go to dividend history. So back when I had it, let's see, 2024, these are all the dividends that is paid out. Now remember, the price was at, it was higher than this. It was at like 13, 14 when I traded it. Let me go back to the chart and see, where's my other chart? Okay, so anyway, dividends on this thing. Look, well, first of all, look at the yield. Dividend yield, 91%. Annual dividend, $6.95 per share. So right now it is $8. Okay. So it's basically paying out what it's worth, which is crazy. So cash, and this is a monthly dividend. So I was getting $1 per month, and I've had, I think I had 400 shares of this one. So I was getting $400 a month. But it was at $13 at that time. So it's definitely, I see the dividend going on down. Started at 90 cents, $1, 83, came on down $1, $1.22. I bet that one was sweet with 1,000 shares. Whew, you getting paid. Cause like, let's look at this: 1,000 shares times that 122 per share. That's a $1,200 a month payout in a dividend on that month. And let's see, 1,000 shares is the same thing the next month, and now it's down to 71 cents. So still, even with 1,000 shares, 71 cents, that payout is $710 in dividends per month. And now it's at 57 cents, so there'll be 1,000 times that 57, and that'll be 500, 510 per month. So I'm just letting that thing fall with Tesla. Fall, right? Find some type of point where I can start seeing some consolidation on it. Let me see, Tesla. And because right now the trend that we've been seeing forever has been down. So it started here at $43, and I would have hated to be those guys. And it's just been kind of making its way down just like that. Okay. And so I'm looking for it to just keep going until it gets to a point where it's like, okay, this is too good to be true. You know, maybe it gets to the point where like MRNY down here at $3 and something. You know, it dropped. It was at 26 and it dropped. And this one is connected to mRNA. It's at $3. And so I'm like, can it go any lower? Can it go any lower? And mRNA, we look at this one. Let's see, mRNA. Where you at? Where you at? mRNA. So this one, mRNA, was up to 497 and now it's down here. So, you know, I'm just in preparation mode. I want to see if this thing can get down even lower and start attacking some of these dividend plays. Donnell, how is your Tesla sitting? Is it looking good? I think it should be looking good. Should be up a couple bucks per share. Let me jump back over to the day trade. I just heard, did I heard a notification, but it wasn't the notification I was looking for. Okay, no, that was not the notification I was looking for. All right, let's go up here to home day trade. And yeah, so getting those dividends like 700 bucks a month. I held that thing for a year. That thing paid me out some cash. Now I did have to pay taxes on those dividends, but you know, it's whatever. Building that thing back up. I just saw it dropping, or I saw that news, and I just never got back in once those batteries started freezing. I was trying to see what kind of solutions that they would come up with for those wintertime battery issues. Um, so I just kind of been waiting. I've been on the sidelines on that. Oh, you closed a position this morning. Nice. Okay. Well, I was thinking it can get on up here towards this 242 250 level. And these were the pre-market highs from yesterday. And what I do is I calculate pre-market highs based on no pre-market first. And then during my intraday, you know, that script that comes up calculates in the last 14 bars of pre-market before it starts calculating in the intraday ATR highs. So these were the ATR highs. It hadn't made it there yet, but it did confirm ATR high at the end of the day yesterday and got on up here. And may be able to get to like 242, between 242 251, depending on what the SPY or what the NQ wants to do. Got you. No long-term prospect. Yeah, we looked at Tesla just a minute ago. It's definitely been in a dive mode for sure. Dropping from what? Tesla. Dropping from like 400 bucks. 480 something bucks all the way back down in here. So yeah, definitely in a descending mode. You know, a lot of people got capped off if they bought up here in this $400 level. Man, but like I was saying yesterday in the Discord, all of these diving prices, yes, it hurts whoever's got a lot of money and they've got these big portfolios, but it creates opportunity for new investors. And so this diving, even with Bitcoin coming down and some of these other things, cryptos and all this stuff coming down, it's like, bro, uh, these things are being made available at a cheaper price. Now, I don't know if they're gonna go lower. If they do, I mean, you don't have to size in huge, but it's like there's definitely long-term opportunity out here. I just need Intel to drop. It every week I get disappointed by Intel. Every week it comes down here to $19 and I'm like, okay, we're gonna get a breakdown now. And then look at it. Pops right back up to 22 and now sitting at 21. I just need a short to come and sit down on Intel. That's all I need. I just need a short to absolutely crush Intel. I don't even know if this was because of news or what. I think we did see some news on Intel just a minute ago. Let's see Intel. Man, it's 7 o'clock and nothing's hit the small cap scanner. All right, so let's see. 58 minutes ago, AI chips today, Eviden and Supermicro Power global AI expansion with NVIDIA solutions. Okay. An hour ago, NVIDIA stock rises. Why more volatility is coming? Trending tickers, TSM. Let's see if anything was released by the company itself. Wait, Wait, no. What was I going to? Nvidia. No, I was going into Intel. What am I doing? Am I tripping? Is that what I typed in over here? Oh no, I was on Intel. Okay. All right, let's go to press releases for Intel. What in the world got you ripping up like this? So, last news from the company was on March 3rd. So, just kind of speculation news. Nothing from the company yet that made this move. Maybe there's still hope for it to continue diving. They be like, man, you praying on their downfall. Yes, I am. I was praying on AT&T's downfall too. And guess what? They recovered. They recovered. Where are they sitting now? Where is AT&T? At $25. Okay, $25. And guess what? This means nothing to me, this little dip or whatever this is. Why? Because I'm in at 13 bucks. 14 bucks actually. It's $10 away from my stop or my entry. And I'm not gonna stop at. I'll buy more if it goes down there, but I'm not stopping. Okay, let me go over here to my scan. So basically, just looking around, and there's nothing really getting up to that to the level that I like to see of volume. And so that's why nothing's popped on the scan. The closest thing to getting up there is RDHL, and it looks like it's not up any. It's not showing any kind of movement there. DWTX, not even close to my volume. SNOA, not even close. I'm looking for the alert to come right around before it hits 1,000,000 shares, so I have time. Let's say if I'm getting up in the morning, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning or 3:15 or something like that. I want to have a little bit of time to get my computer going. You know, if I want to start the stream, get that going. So I want to see it not exactly at 1,000,000 because I got some things to do and some research to do before I actually jump in there. You know. But at this point, I'm not seeing anything that I like. Anything that I like there. Let's go back over here. And so the next touch on this trend line will probably be above the ATR highs today. So I don't know if it's going to come down here and retest the 1950s. The point of control for this session is at 19,464. So it's above its point of control for this period and above the point of control for last period and the last period. I mean, it's 3 days back and it's above all of those. So the previous one was up here at 20,100 further back there, but this is the 3 days. So above all of those. We'll see what the volume does on coming into the open, but it's whatever. I'm just so surprised there's nothing up here, bro. I got this thing set to all stocks. So at first I had it set to all symbols, and I didn't realize that what I was doing there. All symbols was bringing in indices and futures and all of that, and it was causing my alert to go off crazy. Like it would just go off, and I'm like, man, what? And I get up, and now I got an indice up here. I'm like, bro, I want stocks, so I set it to all stocks instead of I had it on all symbols. But yeah, so all stocks is gonna include OTC listed stocks, NYSC, NASDAQ, and I excluded the OTC. I really don't like those, so I excluded all of those for this scanner. But definitely not digging for stocks has saved my life multiple times. Sometimes I'll see like on news feeds, hey, this thing's moving, but it doesn't pop on the scan. I'm like, I don't think I want to trade that. It's not even being risk averse at this point. It's more like if it doesn't look like I want it to look, I just don't want it. I don't care if it's super risky or super safe. I'm like, if it's not looking like I like it, I'm cool. Like the other day, we had that stock that was HSAI was a Chinese stock. Okay, so it actually came up here and I saw it and I was like, man, this thing's looking pretty okay. And I had called it out, and then I looked at it. I was looking at the overall market and how the beta score and all of that good stuff. And I saw it and I was like, man, this thing looks like something I can trade above this little high here, 22.45. It did a little pullback, had the little resurgence that I kind of like to look for. But then I looked at the profile and saw that it was a Chinese stock, and I was like, nah. And I ended up trading DWTX, which gave me much better movements than this. You know. Now this one did do the little clear pullback here, but it wasn't at the top of a move. So it was from a flat top here, flat top down here. Now it would have looked a little bit better if it was this top of the move and it happened here on this one, but still that whole Chinese thing, I was like, nah, I'm good. For right now, I'm good. I know that they can go crazy, but I'm working on consistency. You know, I feel like Chinese stocks and Israeli stocks have taken the most money out of my pockets. Not like highway robbery, but like just like consensual robbery. Like I see it, I see that it's a Chinese stock, and I still press the buy button. They're like, appreciate you, my bro. But yeah, almost 7:15, man. 7:15. Well, 7:15 Central Standard Time. Okay. Yeah, this thing's looking like it's forming higher lows at this point. It created one right here, right above this little bubble, and we'll see how that ends up holding on the day. And at this point, let's see, the top side of this is 19,600. So I'm going to get rid of these. I'm just going to put a straight up price level here. Remove, remove, remove. And I want to see if you can hold over this level here. So hold over this little bubble here that you've kind of solidified. 1958, and we got the trend down here at the ATR high. 19, almost $100 move down if it was gonna move down. But right now it's looking good. I'm putting 19,500. Looking like it wants to get on out of there to 19,600. Let's look back over Tesla and see if it's making its way into that range that we were looking at up here. Not quite. It's at but it's only a $2 move though. And it's at 440. And to get to that range, it's only $2. It starts blowing out of there though. That's gonna put some fire under it. Broke that 40, almost to 241 now. $243. Okay. I mean, it looks good going towards that level, to be honest. And the NQ looks good as well. Nice green on the day. Just needs to break over this high of 19,600. I can completely understand how people sit, and actually trade the market all day, like looking for a specific pattern, having alerts for a specific pattern or something like that. I can understand it. They sit down, they're just like, okay, let's trade, boom, 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 sit here. They see it, they take it, they see it again, they take it, and they just get into this cycle of see it, take it, see it, take it, see it, take it, and just manage your risk as you do it. So I definitely can see how that can be of benefit for sure. And the other thing is not missing the time period that it happens, because sometimes that can create FOMO. Or understand that if you do miss it, don't fall into FOMO. If you miss your setup, you're like, oh man, well I missed it and it moved big. You just missed it. Chill out. It'll be another one. Take a deep breath. Don't blow a vessel. So DWTX is coming up, but it's still, it's up 17% right now. Just continuing to just charge forward. Look at it. DWTX. The one that, whoa, that thing had a big pop. Wow. That thing is probably going to get crushed by shorts now. That's crazy. Well, actually, no, it's not because it's a follower of the market. So that makes sense. But still, not enough volume to show up on the scan. And it didn't do any of the setup that I like either. Came up here, ran into some type of wall at the top of this, but not really enough volume to really be aggressive. But now with this big push down, that I don't think it's gonna fall because the market's still going up. It's got a pretty big beta score, but definitely a impressive little move out there if it's gonna crash out. But we're waiting for the volume, and it's almost to the volume that I'm looking for. I'll get an alert here in a second. for DWTX, and I think it's the only one that is even remotely close. Anyway, hopefully you guys have been having a good week. It's been a slower week for me because I've been waiting for these trades, just sitting and waiting. I haven't really been in attack mode or anything like that, just patiently sitting on the leaf until the fly comes near. This thing has had quite a bit of a run up though, since the market has been going down. Over here on a higher time frame, maximize. So we have had 1, 2, 3 days of running up. It got back up here to the 14 very quickly. It's come all the way back into like the $12 area. The previous body blocker was at 1201 that it we'll see if it can hold above. But it hasn't had any huge dumps. So over here we can see the point of control on the 4 hour is 1188, 1168, 1168, 1168. Then on the 15 minutes, 1188 as well. So what I usually do is take all of the time frames and make a range on the chart. So I say, well, the range is from wherever the 15 minute is up to the wherever the 4 hour is. I'll say, okay, well, this is the point of control where people have really been trading on each of the time periods, time frames. What kind of action is going to happen off of these levels? But heading back towards the 201 down here, that body blocker was not able to hold it up. Let's see if it's going to go red. A little bit of a pop off of it. See if it breaks down. See how much volume it has. Almost to the volume that I'm looking for. It'll pop up here in a second. But it's only up 8%. So it has lost everything that it just had. And one of the reasons that I set this alert like this is, let's say if I want to sleep and I don't want to be woken up, I won't get an alert because it's got to reach this specific volume level. Once it reaches the volume level, I'm getting up. I'm trying to see what's going on. Let me see. Can you comment on wide spreads? Some of the stocks you mentioned have huge spreads. You place limit orders to enter, correct? Yep. Yep. So basically, I only buy the ad. I don't even use the market. I stopped doing that because I was getting horrible feels, especially on things that had horrible spreads. So let's say if it had a spread from, like this one has a 20 cents or 15-cent spread right now. And some of them have even bigger spreads than that. Well, I'm like, okay, well, let me look at where the bid is and let me buy the bid. I'll throw some orders down there, right? Let's say it doesn't pop down to 1209 or wherever it's at. If it doesn't pop down, I just want to get in now, I'll buy the ask. And I'll buy this 1219. But if it does pop down, hey, I get those good feels. And if it pops back up and holds, now I have a great starter position down there on the bid if it's going to do that. And right now, see it popped back from 1209 up here to 1231 on the bid. That's a pretty big move for the bid. And so I would have, if I would have got filled at 1203 and just let it ride, I mean, look at that. That's a 20-cent winner right there. So yeah, I don't use the market orders anymore at all. because it's almost like robbery for real. Whether you're selling or buying. Like let's say if I'm trying to sell at the top, let's say it goes up here to 1460 and I sell market and it actually sells me out at 1393. I'm gonna be mad. I shall be mad. So what I do is at the top, I sell the ask to get the best sales that I can possibly get. And let's say if it is coming down, I want to get out now, I can sell the bid or I can hit flatten here. Now flatten or flatten now. So flatten is going to put in an order to close out the whole position at whatever your whatever you got this thing set to. So let me go to settings. Let's see, is it active trader? No, look and feel calculations. What is it? It is what you have. Where is it? I know it's in here. It's in here. So order defaults. Okay, yeah, whatever you have this set to, it's going to close it out. And I have to actually change this to a limit order. And that bites me sometimes when I throw a flatten out and it throws out a limit order, but it works out in my favor a lot too. If I flatten and have that limit order in there. Now you can change your default order type to, let's say, market or whatever you want, but I changed mine to limit instead of market. So all of mine, my stops and everything are limit orders. But yeah, and also the default stop type, you can change this from standard. Standard is their default, right? Or you can change this to bid and ask, and that's what I have my stop at. So sometimes my stop may get jumped over, but the thing is I get better feels. I get out where I want to get out, where I have the stop at. Now if I set it to standard, it may feel me at the stop. It may, and either way it goes, I get slippage. So I really am like, it's whatever, man. I just get me out. I'll be all right. Max quantity. So yeah, that's where you could do that. Default time and force. I have my default set to good to close and extended hours. But yeah, that's where you do that at to reset your defaults. But let me exit that. And now we're under that body blocker, that 1201. And let me see, is this still not reached it still haven't reached the volume level. Wow. It wouldn't have woke me up. Would have been doing all this and I would have been like sleep. But it is coming though. It is coming. It's 7:30 right now. It's got 30,000 shares and then it's probably gonna hit my scans. We should see it here in a second. Like I said, I wanted to give me time to wake up and, get some things moving. You know, I don't want to just jump straight on and I'm like, oh man, what's today? I want to have some time to think. And that's another thing with all of this trading. I'm like, look, let me just have as many simple math methods that I can have, like little body blocker, little easy things you can see, and then the ATR calculation, very easy things you could just wake up and do, right? It's not like I'm breaking out a calculus calculator and trying to graph the parabolas that these things. No, just simple and just chill. Yeah, here the Pythagorean theorem. It is this and this. Now this is some crazy popping. But after this top and tail, let's see what it does. Ooh. Oh, NQ went up. That's why. I was like, what in the world's going on? NQ. So you remember where we were looking right here, this 9600? Let's go check Tesla. I bet Tesla took 8. I bet it's in that area that we were talking about. Bet. Bet. Was I not? Okay. Let's go. Right into this area. Between this 251, 242 level. Right in there. Right where those ATRs meet up or form a range. And the good thing I like about the ATR is you can calculate it whenever you want, as long as you can look back at the calendar, or not the calendar, the chart, and you can put your ATR 14 Wilder zone here, and you can go back to that specific day or the day before the day that you're trying to calculate for. So if I'm trying to calculate for this red bar, I would go to this little green bar, get the ATR there, which is 1924, and calculate it out, you know? But yep, right into that zone we were looking at. Now, like I said, I only trade these large caps and mid caps during the day. So during 1 hour, about 1 hour after the open, to see what the market wants to do. And right now the market is $100 away from that breakout. Wait, where we go? $100 away from that little breakout there and looking pretty good. So ATR right now is well away from it. Made this little higher low, came up here and bam. So for pre-market traders, hey, beautiful day for them. But pre-market, I reserve that for small caps. Because if I can make on a small cap, if it wants to run a couple dollars real quick and I can make that in pre-market, I'm good. That's all I needs. I was like, what in the world happened with the DW whatever? Okay, so it is now cracking over a million. I should have got a alert. Let's see. So let me go back to my small cap stock. No, not that one. Personal small cap. Okay. And then go to scan. Okay, yeah, it's there, but it's got to close this 15 minutes. That's what it is. I think it checks it redoes this every 15 minutes. So I may need to think about that. If it's gonna redo it at 15 minutes and I'm supposed to get my alert at 7:50, that's gonna mess me up. That's gonna mess me up a little bit. It's gonna allow me to sleep for sure, but because right now it's way away from this 750. So let me change this. Let's do this. I'll decrease that a little bit to 500,000. And that way it's got like maybe it'll give me a little bit more time to get up and get focused. But we'll see. Yeah, so I put 500 in there just so I can have at least a half to go. I know, I've seen it. I did the change. Okay. Right. Anyway, if DWTX is the best we got on the day, we'll see what happens. I mean, I've traded this thing 3 days in a row. I mean, I guess we could go back and double dip again. Double dip again. I don't know. Let me see what days I traded. I traded it on the 7th, the 10th, the 11th. I mean, if it wants to play ball, it's whatever. I'm cool with it. It's just gonna need to did I do the pre-market? I did not. That's from yesterday. So let me date this one. So this one was from pre-market from Did not do the pre-market there, so 310. 310.25. Let's do the new ATR high. So we got ATR high, no pre-market, boom, right there. Now on this one, the close from yesterday was $11, 11.01. And then let's go grab our ATR from over here. So ATR from yesterday was 184. 184. Okay. So we're gonna say 1101. Whoops. 1101 plus one. Did I do that right? No, I didn't. 184. I know it's some numbers it's some numbers behind the decimal, but I just kind of, well, I guess it could be 185. I rounded up 185 there. Okay, so 185. So it's going to be 1286 is the new ATR without pre-market. So let's go to 1286. So this is our ATR high, no pre-market, and this is going to be our 311, right? 311 calculation. We'll change this one to blue. All right, so that is the new ATR high for today. It got up there, but hasn't been able to hold it. Got up there yesterday and just was not able to hold it. So we'll see, does it start holding that, or does the NQ want to come on back down a little bit? NQ showing a nice little movement back, but this is a lot of bullish action. I wouldn't give up on it yet, but I also wouldn't get too friendly with it. Let's look at what Tesla did. Tesla pull back out of that zone since it pulled back here? Nope, still up there in that zone. It will need to pull back under this 242 level. But that's it, man. That's literally what I do every morning. Just mark those pre-markets without the pre-market. So basically canceling out all of these bars. And then if you want to do the other during the daytime, whatever the open price is, you add the previous day, or the previous, you add the ATR, whatever the ATR is for this day, to it, to the high and low, and you'll get your new ATR around this. So, you know, if it opens up at 1223 or wherever, you just add the current ATR to it once the market opens. Anyway, looks like it's coming back down to that body block area of the 1201. It's acting like it wants to dive, but it just hadn't dove yet because the market is holding it up. But it is about to be 7:45. Haven't seen a nice little setup yet on this one, but just observing. Right now, this is the number one mover. It's the only thing that I see over 500,000 shares. The thing is, during pre-market, the volume can ramp up so much. Like it can go from 500,000 shares to 3 million shares in almost instant because one, there are no halts. So if it's moving, it's moving. If it's falling, it could be falling a lot. So that's where the danger comes in. Is you have to be ready to exit yourself. You know, put those limit orders in there and get on down. There are no stops. So you can't just place an order and just have it sitting out there. Well, you can place a limit order and have it sitting out there. So it'll be like, okay, give me this price or better. But it keeps kind of sitting around this $12 level, making me wonder what it's thinking about. It's got 2 minutes left to the close of this candle with two huge wicks here. Now, sometimes I ignore these wicks and I'm like, man, I'm still going to trade this. But I like to take these into consideration, and especially where they're wicking through an ATR high and not being able to hold that. So I'm like, we'll see what you got. We shall see what you got. Let me see. Looking at the chat, close position, Tesla. Looks like you exited it too soon. Yeah, you probably should have looked at the market and what it was doing today. To get that. See, and it was following the trend too, so I don't know. Let me see where Tesla is right now. Still just holding in that zone, but the good thing is it takes a lot of money to move Tesla. It One, it's been going down for a while. So, after a $200 fall, it's going to have some type of bounce. Now, the 15 minute just opened up. We'll see if it can hold in this range above this 242, or it doesn't want to dip down and kind of think about what it wants to do with the market, because the market is also dipping down a little bit, but it is still very bullish. That's the only thing I like about the market right now. Had this big pullback, which can scare people, but above ATRs, above the point of control, I want to see it drag this point of control up though. I want to see more volume. You see how far back these blue areas are right here in comparison to what was in here? A lot of people entered here. So I'm expecting more buyers to be participating and move this point of control up. Currently, the point of control is at 19,465. But with more volume, it can drag up and become an even more bullish move. But we got to see those buyers come in there and push that thing on up. Because I believe it can break that 19,800 up there, which I think is one of the reasons I'm going to be focusing a little bit more on the large caps after the first hour. First hour gives the market time to pull back and do any kind of long wicks it wants to do and kind of get that point of either consolidation or continuation on the trend. If it consolidates here, it could do a move tomorrow, it could do a move at some other time. But if it starts to really push and stair step up above this trend line, I'm like, okay, this is getting aggressive. Let's see if we can get back to at least like, on the day, can we get back up to, see, the beginning of this fall was 20,146. Maybe this bottom, no, holding this bottom, so 19,700s, 19,768 was the bottom back there. See if we can start reclaiming that. But there's still all of these tariff talks. But even amongst the tariff talks, we're seeing buyers be very, very aggressive no matter what. They're like, oh, well, tariffs, cool. that little fear is over. Let's jump back in here and see if we can make some money so we can pay for whatever expenses that are coming down the pipeline, is what it seems. But we'll see. See if it can break over this high of the 245. Boom, chakalaka. Point of control on Tesla right now is still down here at 239s. We'll see if more volume can start to come in up in this level and start pulling this up into this range. 239.17. We want to see it move on up. All right. We're coming into the 8 o'clock moments. DWTX is not looking great. It's only up 8%. I think this is going to be a large cap day for real, and I'm ready for it. That's two things that I've been practicing trading: large caps and pre-market. And mid caps. I've caught some of those too. Things that I avoid: Chinese stocks, Israeli stocks, and below the ATR high. Because I'm going long. I'm going long. If it's dropping, I'm cool. Coolio. You took these pictures of DWTX. Wait, let me go look at into the Discord. He's if you're not in the Discord, he's putting pictures in the Discord. Maybe it dropped a link. Did it drop a link in here? It did not drop a link yet. Hold up. Let me go look at this. Let me go fix that real quick. Why isn't it dropping my link? HH Trader, which channel is this? This is one of them. I don't know. Discord. Timers. Okay, so let's do every 5. Let's update that to 5. Okay, so update that. Discord. Trade journal. Let's see, would I make that one? No. Let's make that there. Yeah, I got these kind of spaced out. Because I had to fix that whole thing where you wasn't seeing the links being posted. So I have to fix all of that. Okay, so now I need to jump over and make sure the YouTube is good because I haven't seen that one post either. Log out, YouTube. Okay. Choose trader. So it finally looks like it's coming below that 1194 level. Continue. Come on, boy. Okay, now with these, I want to change this to, oh no, let's do 5. 5. And 5. Update Okay, so that should work there. And okay, so that should be all of that good stuff. So it should, and let me just drop the Discord link as well, because I always never do so. See, Discord link. It'll alert, but I'll drop it myself too. Coffee and bam. All right, let me go check Discord and see what you got over here. Okay, so bid spread. I took these pictures of DWTX spread when it was moving earlier. Okay. 1218 to 1265. Yeah, that the spread is crazy for sure. Um, one of the things, like I said, it's really just about not using market orders. That's the biggest thing. You use market orders, that'll get you killed. Okay, so another wick. DWTX just being the wick daddy on the day, only up 8%. So I'm probably not going to end up doing anything with DWTX. It's kind of losing its steam. It's had 3 days of just really good steam from $4.48 all the way up to 13s. Like just opportunities. But now it just seems dry. It seems like it just needs a rest. But the markets are still pumping up. So I don't know if I'm going to end up seeing myself today on DWTX. What I'm looking for usually with those is I like to at least see, a stock be up at least 10%. If it's a small cap, low float, I mean, we see them up 200, 300%. So at least get 10%. This thing's at 8%. So it doesn't really meet my criterias. Um, and then it's also going to have to hold up the ATR high. So I don't know if it can do any of that. But it is literally the only thing that I see right now. Ooh, look at the NQ. Told y'all, man, this thing's bullish. Let's go look at Tesla. Let's go look at Tesla. Ooh, it should be popping here soon. Market pumping up like that. It should be making its way on to the next level. Whoops. Let's see, where's the next level? Up there. Get going. You got it. Right with the market. Watch buyers come in here. Do your thing, big boy. Break over this high of 245. How much volume does Tesla have right now? Let me see. Oh wow, it's got 100. Wait, no. How much volume is that? Oh, it's got 100,000. So that's kind of low volume, but if you're already in the move, it's pretty nice. But if you're not in the move, not a whole lot of volume there yet. but I'm thinking it's going to continue to hold this level here, 242. Go on up, buddy. It's pre-market. Get happy. You know you want to. Hey, look at that volume coming in there. The point of control might pull up here. Look at that volume coming in at this area. Look at that volume moving. More and more trades coming in here. See if it pulls the point of control up. Come on. Big moves. Well, it hit the ATR high right there, bounced off it, couldn't break it down. Little wick through it. Okay. So we got a full test. Bottom side here is 242.50. Looks like it wants to get on up. Just needs more volume to pull this point of control up. Let me check NVIDIA. NVIDIA looking about the same. And I didn't even mark this one up. These are just marks that I had from, I guess, a previous day at some point. But it is up here as well. Let's go to, what's another one that moves? Is it AMD? AMD. Doing about the same thing. Okay. I don't know if it's going to move as fast as Tesla, but we're about to get the close of this 15-minute candle here. Okay, all right, all of that's good. All right. Still has not pulled that point of control up. Up, there's some coming in there. Look at that volume coming in. Push. See if the NQ shows a little bit of green. NQ showing some red there. I'm looking at it on another screen. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. NQ right here showing a little bit of red here. But this is the volume that I'm talking about coming into the side. You'll see this volume bar grow momentarily. I didn't even realize it. Thank you, Rick Scun. I didn't realize I wasn't on the screen I was looking at. Okay, so yeah, you see this volume, this blue growing. When it catches up to this point right here, this point of control is going to come up. See that has it reached 200 million shares? Yeah, 200,000 shares. So right now it has how much volume? Oh, I was tripping. Okay, so Tesla has 8 million shares traded. Okay. I was looking at the NQ when I was looking at that volume. 8 million shares traded on Tesla. It's like how? It takes a lot of money to move Tesla. All right, so we're probably going to be looking at a break over this 245 level. It held the ATR high. I don't know if it needs to test it again, but I do see more volume inching in at this level. Looking good. I might be able to trade these. Let's see how much is Tesla up today. Oh, 5%? Oh, absolutely. Okay. Okay. We'll be ready to play ball. If it can hold up during the open. Up 5%, I like it. For these large caps and mid caps, I like to, hey, we got a, yep, I just got my alert. That is GV popping onto the scans. GV here, small cap, 36% up. Let's go and look into some news for GV. It just shot past DWTX. Okay, let's go look at the news here. GV. Company news. Visionary Holdings. I can't remember if I traded this one before. Yeah, I did. Made money on it. Okay. All right. So no press releases that I'm seeing from the company themselves. GV out here. And let's see. So news maybe. I guess I was already on the summary. Okay, so for news, press releases, that was yesterday. Protecting women's health, precision, cervical cancer screening, public welfare activity brings health blessings to women. Right. So a little bit of cervical cancer awareness. Let's actually go and start marking up the chart of the ATRs. So ATR on this one is $1.03. So it closed yesterday at close of 494. 494 and $1.03. So plus 1.03. That's going to be 597 is going to be our 597. I mean, it's just about the $6 whole dollar level as the ATR there. And I will edit this price level. It's going to be our ATR with no pre-market. ATR, no pre-market. And we're going to change this to blue. ATR, no pre-market, and I'll put a date on it. So this is from, well, the close of yesterday was 102. I guess it ran it to 103. Okay, that's cool. All right. But yeah, let's date that. Date is the 11th, so 3/11.25. Okay. So we got our ATR. I'm gonna get rid of this whole dollar level. I mean, it's literally like the whole dollar level. So right there. And then on the open, we'll see where it ends up going from here. It is running into a previous body blocker somewhere back there on the chart. Let's zoom back a little bit. Okay, so I forgot what day. What day did I trade this? I traded this on the 5th, March 5th. So this is 11, 10. Oh, this is a couple days ago. Okay. So it's back up. No catalyst, but up 41%. 2 million shares traded. We got our ATR out there. And you already know I'm going to be looking for the pullback. See what that pullback looks like. Okay. But yeah, I'll keep my eyes open on that. It has a beta score of 1.53. So it's not a huge follower of the market, but it is positive. So it does follow the market more so than not. More so than not. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that one for today. Running into this body blocker at the 673, we'll see if we can stop it and maybe turn it around. Now at the 6, that's the ATR high. I'd definitely be willing to do something there. I don't know where this trend is coming from. Let's see. I guess that trend may be from something else. I guess I mean, I really don't care about if it came from like the 5th. If it's following a trend, I want to see something on today. All right, but I'll leave the body blockers up there for now. Some of these lower ones are kind of aggravating me down here. Let me erase some of these. Because if it comes back down here, I'm not going to touch it anyway. A whole dollar, $5 level here. So I'll leave that in there. So we'll keep the 5 in there. We'll keep these in here. Just to declutter everything. You said GVPR new energy vehicles and plans to build 3,000 high-speed battery. Did that just post or something? Let me see. GV. Where is that at? Because I did not see anything about electric vehicles. The profile. Is this electric vehicle company? GV provides education resources to students worldwide. The company offers educational programs, blah, blah, blah. I'm not seeing anything about cars here. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. All right, well, GV will be on the watch though. So at least you guys know what I'm gonna be looking at, how I do the little mathematics, getting that first ATR and all that good stuff. But I'll be watching for GV to pull back. It is at 40% right now. DWX really isn't competing with it anymore. But I like to see that nice little pullback and then that continuation. Looking on the higher time frames here, we'll maximize the sell. We got GV over here, so it closed below 495 and popped. So there are definitely probably some shorts that got trapped on this pop. Now we got to look at this two different ways. One, it had a move up here from 147 all the way to 960. Okay, so where would bag holders be willing to sell is the first question, and then where are new buyers willing to get in? And so that's why I'm waiting for that pullback to see, okay, where is this, where is that, to kind of get an idea of what's going on. Anyway, I'm about to get ready for my morning meeting. It is 8:11, and you all know what I'm looking at. I'll update the Discord. The Discord was dropped in the chat up there. Everybody should have seen it on. Let me see. Did it come on Twitch and Kick? Let me see. Twitch. And then I'm about to jump off of here, get ready for this meeting. But that's what I'm going to be looking at to see if I can make some money today. Unless it crashes out. If it crashes out, gets below the ATR after the open, if it goes below the open ATR, I'm cool. I'll wait. But let me see, did that come through on Twitch? Yep, it dropped on Twitch. Cool. And let me see if it should have dropped on YouTube as well, I think. Anyway, you know what I'm looking at. And as always, keep your head on a swivel. Simple math, keep it simple, and try to stay consistent. Right now, On the month, I'm sitting with 77% accuracy. I'd like to get it up to 80. I probably need one more winner to do it. But we'll see. We'll see if I get it to 80%. But we're almost at the mid-month mark. All right. That's it for me today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you saw something that helped you, or if you didn't, well, ask a question if you have questions. The Discord is where we usually convene after any kind of streams, but I'm going to jump into this meeting. So I'm going to be in that meeting for a little bit, and then I'll jump into Discord and see where everything is sitting. But yeah, that is it for me today. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.